Hi there, Ty. This is Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer of all the lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And you're my TOEFL boot camp student. You have some good news, very good news. So let's look at our email correspondence. And of course, your message right now is that you actually got 27 on the speaking with a TOEFL score of 110, correct? Okay, so first of all, back in October 24th, if I'm looking at my emails correctly, you had a question about my TOEFL boot camp course, right? So let's look at that. According to this email you sent me on October 24th at 8 a.m., you say, I found your website the other day. I thought your TOEFL speaking boot camp course would be a great help to make me get 26 for speaking. I've taken the TOEFL for 3 times. Twice the speaking was 25, once was 24, and the total score was 107. I need your help to evaluate my TOEFL speaking samples so I can improve it. I have difficulties covering all the important information in TOEFL tasks 4 and 6, whose topic is usual and familiar to me. I've already signed up for the following test on November 8th, so there isn't much time left for me to practice and improve. I'm wondering if I can sign up for your TOEFL speaking boot camp. Is it possible for me to send more than one recording to you once in a while so I can reach my goal in time? Lastly, I attached a recording file to let you estimate my level. I'd be grateful if you had time, could give me some advice based on that recording. And that's exactly what I did. So I gave you some advice. You joined my TOEFL speaking boot camp course. According to this email you sent me on October 24th at 8 a.m., you say, I found your website the other day. I thought your TOEFL speaking boot camp course would be a great help to make me get 26 for speaking. I've taken the TOEFL for 3 times. Twice the speaking was 25, once was 24, and the total score was 107. I need your help to evaluate my TOEFL speaking samples so I can improve it. I have difficulties covering all the important information in TOEFL tasks 4 and 6, whose topic is usual and familiar to me. I've already signed up for the following test on November 8th, so there isn't much time left for me to practice and improve. I'm wondering if I can sign up for your TOEFL speaking boot camp. Is it possible for me to send more than one recording to you once in a while so I can reach my goal in time? Lastly, I attached a recording file to let you estimate my level. I'd be grateful if you had time, could give me some advice based on that recording. And that's exactly what I did. So I gave you some advice. You joined my TOEFL speaking boot camp course. And here's the email you sent me November 16th, 8:16 in the morning. Hi, Michael. I took a TOEFL test last weekend. Now I have my result. I got a total of 110 and speaking 27. Your service is so effective that only a few times of mock test evaluation helped me nail the test. You pointed out a lot of my speaking flaws that I've never been aware of and have never been pointed out by other teachers. You are professional. I would definitely recommend your service to my friends in need. And thank you, Ty, for doing that, by the way. Thank you very much. I will still take a post-test lately. I look forward to your comments. My final goal is to speak like a native speaker. So what you did exactly confirms what I find in a lot of cases, Ty. A lot of students who are stuck around 24 and 25 points on the speaking section, they need to work on their pronunciation. And that's exactly what you did. So I remember when I was talking to you, you had some minor problems with your intonation, maybe some minor problems with pacing, and you're able to take my suggestions and study those specific lessons, and you made the improvements that you needed to make. So I think it's a great idea. Do that pronunciation post-test, and I'll be happy to give you an intelligibility score on that, by the way. And you say, besides, I also took a GRE test earlier. I got a verbal test of 150 and quantitative score of 167. Considering I reached a 30 in the TOEFL this time, I think I should have had a higher in the verbal test. The problems I realized that the vocabulary is too hard for me to remember in a short period of time. and my slow reading speed improvement prevents me from finishing the questions on time. Do you have any suggestions for me to improve the GRE verbal test? Any materials I could look into? Yes, I actually do. The vocabulary in my TOEFL course is too easy for the GRE verbal section. However, what you need to do on my website is to work on improving your reading speed. So if you go to the reading section of my course, I have, Ty, about 70 different speed reading tests that can definitely help you improve your overall speed reading abilities, and that'll be very helpful for the GRE. Now, for the other reading and GRE practice, you're going to have to go somewhere else on that and find some GRE level materials to help you in those areas. But thank you very much, Ty, for all your comments. Congratulations, my goodness, on getting that very high score of 27. It's very tough for many students to get past that 25 threshold or 26 threshold, and you did it. So congratulations again on your hard work. Thank you for joining my online TOEFL course. And if you can do me a favor, I'm going to put a link to my TOEFL Speaking Bootcamp course. And can you give me a positive review over there? And that would be very helpful for my business. All right, Ty, and thank you very much. And congratulations once again on excellent, excellent scores. So on your test date on November 9th, here are your subtotals. I'm going to post this over at my website. It motivates the current students I'm teaching right now. It really motivates them to work hard, just like you did. So your total is 110, 30 reading, 29 listening, 27 speaking, and 24 writing. In the conclusion of this video, Ty, I want to just listen to one of your practice tests and the feedback that I gave you on that. A lot of students want to know what it sounds like. They don't know what it sounds like to score higher than 26, right? And you're a good example of this. So the purpose of the next 3 minutes of this video is to hear portions of your speaking, integrated speaking practice test you sent me on November 4th, and then also to hear the feedback I gave you so we can kind of see what you were doing and the different improvements that you made or you needed to make to get your score above the 27. Hi, Ty. This is Michael. How's it going, buddy? And I'm getting ready to listen to your mock practice test that you sent me. So let's see how you're doing. And I'm going to get the rubrics here. I'm going to click on them and open them up right now so I can look at that as I'm listening to your test. And that helps me more accurately score what you're saying. Okay, here we go, buddy. Let's see what's going on. Now, if you can do me a favor when you do these practice, especially the independent speaking tasks, copy the speaking prompt and put it into the email so I can see it. Okay, here we go.
Well, personally, I believe that parents should control over the television programs their children can watch because
I'm going to say should have control over. Or you can say should control what children watch or something.
You know, the children do not know what is good and what is bad for them. You know, there are some...
Now, let's get rid of the conversation fillers. Don't do that. Start the response out with maybe, because of reason A, reason B, parents should have control over what their children watch. Right? So if you want some tips on how to create more specifically focused topic statements in the beginning, go to speaking lesson number 2.
Inappropriate content in the television program, like some dirty words and some sexual scenes. They might hurt them. And secondly, they can control themselves very well. They can easily spend a lot of time on the television. And by
this one, I'm having a little bit of trouble getting. They can control better.
Controlling over the parents can make sure that they have enough time to exercise and study. This is very important for their development. Well, personally,
Okay, so you might say to prevent harm and to help the children stay healthy, parents should have control over what their children watch. Say, first of all, parents definitely need to control the children's television because TV can be harmful. And then you can explain that through an example. Say, second of all, parents should also control TV with their children because, and then state your second support point and give an example to illustrate that, and then you should be in pretty good shape. So it looks like, Ty, so far I'm giving you some either topic development suggestions or maybe some language use suggestions in the response that you submitted me on November 4th. I think overall, I think you had some minor topic development issues. I'm put you maybe 23, 24 points out of 30. So I think you could organize your ideas a little bit better. You can eliminate some of those conversation fillers in there and then be a little more specific in the examples that you're giving. And also go to speaking lesson number 7 to get some tips on how to create what I call a coherent organization. And that's what I like to do typically, like I did with you, Ty, is I try to figure out specifically what are your problems and then what specific lessons in my online TOEFL course do you need to review in order to improve. And it looks like that's exactly what you did. I think you could also improve in that area. All right, Ty. Okay. Hi, Ty, So that's the example of your practice test that you sent a few days ago, actually, right before you took the TOEFL exam. So looks like you did it, buddy. I'm telling you, what you did is not easy. You were able to overcome, based on this last practice test I listened to, you overcame some specific language use and some specific topic development issues. And because you took those 2 pronunciation pre-tests, you were able to also overcome some of those problems that you're having relating to delivery. And you overcame all those issues and you got that super, super high score of 27. So congratulations, Ty, for all of your hard work, and thank you for the email and for your generosity in telling other people about my online TOEFL course. All right, have a great